just get the logistics of this right. We right to go?
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
Australians will be able to get a fifth dose of the COVID vaccine after the federal government accepted advice from Australia's vaccine advisory body.
As you know, I'm not a glowing ambassador for more than 2 shots. I've just decided that I've had COVID a couple of times and I'm done with the vaccines.
Getting your booster dose is like recharging your phone when the battery's low.
Anne was supposed to be joining us this morning, but she's
Yes.
unfortunately had to cancel on us.
That's right, yes. I was on my way here in a cab and she called me. She had a violently bad reaction to her last COVID shot.
Now, unquestionably, is the time to learn the lessons of our response to this pandemic. Learn what we did well and make sure we build that into the response of future pandemics.
Because
anyway, we've had 2.5
sorry,
years.
2.5 years.
We can probably move on to any other questions that we've got. Yes, I'll maybe back to COVID.
I'm Stephanie Copus-Campbell, Australia's new Ambassador for Gender Equality. I'm incredibly honoured to take on this role as the lead international advocate for Australia's commitment to gender equality and the human rights of women and girls and persons of diverse gender identities.
How do you define what a woman is?
Well, I think as I've just indicated, I wasn't expecting that question, so it's not something that I've pre-formulated an answer on.
Queensland Government will allow a person to change gender without reassignment surgery.
Let's be inclusive. Anyone that identifies as a woman is a woman. And as the Minister for Women, I take a really inclusive approach. And we want to govern for all Queenslanders, but all people who identify as a woman are part of our policies and strategies to advance gender equality, because gender equality is inclusive. You know, it's not one group advancing at the expense of another. Let's be inclusive and bring everyone with us.
What is a woman? And do you agree with Queensland's Attorney-General Minister for Women, Sharon Fentiman, that trans women are women, and with the UK's leader of the Labor Party, Sir Keir Starmer, that some women have a penis?
Look, I'm very happy to answer your question, but I do worry that, and I should just say, I spend around half of each year in the UK. And in the UK, this has turned into a kind of got-you parlour game.
What is a woman, Prime Minister?
An adult female.
How difficult was that to answer?
Not too hard. I was asked during the campaign, actually. A yes vote means we wake up. This is not a radical proposition. This is a hand outstretched of friendship from the first Australians to every Australian, just asking for it to be grasped. Race is currently in our constitution. I live in Canberra. You know, people were going to marry harbour bridges and all sorts of nonsense was said. There's been a lot of nonsense said. But there is worse information on question in some social media as well about the world conspiracies of the United Nations will control all land in Australia. All land. You will lose private ownership of everyone's home will go with a yes vote. It's just absurd.
And I would never call no voters dinosaurs or anything else.
If you're a dinosaur, a dickhead, who can't be bothered reading, then vote no.
What upset
But you did call them dinosaurs.
No, I didn't.
And another word, your word, dickheads.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't.
If you're a dinosaur, a dickhead, who can't be bothered reading, then vote no.
You've seen my speech. What I said was that what I found offensive is this slogan, this stupid slogan, if you don't know, vote no.
If you don't know, vote no. What a stupid, nonsensical slogan that is.
Now, that's just an endorsement of ignorance. If you don't know, find out what you don't know.
The no vote organisers also keep asking Albo for the details. What about the details? At this stage of the game, the details simply don't matter. They never did matter, honestly. They're irrelevant.
So read or talk to somebody, information. Don't vote as an ignorant person. Go and find out. That's what I said was, that's dinosaur stuff, that it's such an important vote. Please find out what it's about and then vote accordingly. If you then decide to vote no, that's fine.
100% I am well and truly committed to saying no.
The Indigenous voice referendum has been defeated.
And it doesn't matter what happens tonight. If it is a no answer, then we're not lying down, we're not taking no for an answer, and we will continue.
Well, I don't know. To be honest, we have not got a plan B.
We did all we could to ensure that the proposal was strong, but it is clear from the result that we were not able to reach you through that, and we were not able to reach you and cut through what has been the single largest misinformation campaign that this country has ever seen.
It was my inquiry. I was there for the inquiry. My bill, my question to the point is when is the government going to enshrine our rights in this country?
So today I'm announcing that I will not be seeking re-election and that my term as Prime Minister will conclude no later than the 7th of February.
New South Wales Police Deputy Commissioner Gary Warboys has announced he'll retire after 4 decades of service. He became a regular figure in the state's daily COVID briefings, overseeing the police response to ensure compliance with lockdown rules.
Big political news out of New South Wales today because the New South Wales Health Minister Brad Hazzard has announced his retirement from politics at the next state election.
The Department of Health and Aged Care's Secretary, Professor Brendan Murphy, has resigned. Professor Murphy has led the department since 2020, playing a key role throughout the pandemic. He also worked as the Federal Chief Medical Officer for 4 years.
And as a result, I will be standing down as the parliamentary leader, as the parliamentary leader of the Liberal Party.
Today I'm announcing that I'll be stepping down as Premier and as member for Rockingham.
Brett Sutton, the man who became synonymous with Victoria's 2-year grapple with COVID restrictions and lockdowns, has resigned as Chief Health Officer.
Today I will again visit Government House and resign as Premier and member for Mulgrave.
I will finish this week, at the end of this week, as Premier, and the next Premier of Queensland is for caucus to decide on Friday.
There are concerns tonight for the physical safety of our federal MPs after a surge in abuse and death threats. Reports to police have tripled in recent years, with COVID anger and conspiracy theories being blamed.
And I think that when you have people who are on the front line every day, our police officers murdered these young people